Okay. Look at you! You've got wings! You glow in the dark! You talk! You are a Buzz Lightyear! Base range for uncharted construct. Base range for uncharted construct. Base range for uncharted construct. Base range for uncharted construct.
Manager.
Base range for uncharted construct. Base range for uncharted construct. I like your thinking.
Birthday we go and corrosion harmonic and 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 was the corrosion here and the corrosion was the corrosion here and the corrosion was the corrosion here and the corrosion was the corrosion here and the corrosion.
Over in that house is a kid who thinks you are the greatest, and it's not because you're a space ranger, pal.
All right, everyone, this is a stick-up. Don't you and I, are you gonna come? Say goodbye, Mud. I'm your teammate. Say goodbye, Mud. Don't you and I, are you gonna come? Say goodbye, Mud. I'm your teammate. Say goodbye, Mud.
Manager. Manager.
Say goodbye, Mud. I'm your teammate. Say goodbye, Mud. Don't you and I, are you gonna come? Say goodbye, Mud. I'm your teammate. Say goodbye, Mud. You're flying!
This isn't flying. This is falling with style. Uncharted, not night, not dark. Most 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 uncharted, not night, not dark. Most
Don't you and I, are you gonna come? Don't you and I, are you gonna come? Don't you and I, are you gonna come? Don't you and I, are you gonna come?
George, I think we should listen.
Go very well.
I don't think we should listen. I think we should get started with the stream. Sorry, George. We'll have to listen later. Alright. Let's open up the game. Switch over. That's right, I mapped the A and B keys not to the clicks anymore, so that way when I'm clicking on stuff on the overlay and getting that working. Oh, that's right. Should be this key. Yes. Alright. So this is exactly where we were before, because I save stated. Because for some reason I couldn't pull up the save menu. I know there's a way to do it. Whenever I press, like, yeah, I'm not sure how to do it on the Wii version. So I just save stated. So this is exactly where we were, where we left off. Okay. So I mapped some things to different buttons, so I'll have to remember that. Okay. So let's go take that note to the sweaty boy. Was he in here? No, he was outside the employee area, wasn't he? Or like in the employee area in that dressing room. Alright. So I realized for this guy, that because I was listening back to see how I did on the voices, and I realized I should probably give him a sweatier voice. So if it sounds a little gross, I'm sorry, but that's kind of how it's supposed to sound. It's supposed to sound kind of gross and sweaty. So, alright, let's present the memo. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring the script for episode 13? Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Sweat. Oh. My ass is pound if I don't find it. Nick? It might be quicker just to look in all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Will he give us some clues, maybe, if we talk to him? No, we already saw the dialogue. Okay, it is nice that the game check marks it for you, so you know you've already read that dialogue. Okay, so remains of the other day's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone of one of the plates minus the steak. Where else would he have been? Maybe inside of the studio? Heyo, how's it going? No. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. That looks like a script if I ever saw one. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in! I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director? Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Ah! Found it, Nick! The script! Good work. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. Script handed to D. Vasquez. You're not gonna talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are? Powers lawyers? Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but you wanted to know about the day of the murder. Yes. Anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know, there was a meeting here at noon. Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. No, Listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right. That. What an original name. His head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. He didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer. Stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio One. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait! What if the head fell after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio One. 2:30? The time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, ook, ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey, after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. The path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio One at 2:30. See? Goodbye. Mr. Monkey data added to the court record. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. It sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead. Mia, it's you. What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait. I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What did you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. Well, what? But no way am I telling you losers. I don't know. He didn't sound like he was gonna help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should get back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. Oh wait, can we talk to Mia? So, what's the best thing to do from here? We need to get to the studio and talk to that boy. So, do you have any ideas about who might have done this? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Where have I heard that phrase before? So that's where Maya gets it from. Alright, let's go check. Oh, Miss Oldbag. I forgot about you. What's wrong? Whippersnapper! He's been chasing that boy this whole time. when I catch him, I... Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, whippersnapper. A hostage? What happened to the boy? If I see him again, I'll lay him flat. My, what a violent lady. What a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. My heart. It don't feel so good. Is she okay? But before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right. She was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back for this one. It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing. Phoenix, the hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we give him that. Good idea. Miss Oldbag, No! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? Trade? I wonder... Ah, trailer key. Miss Oldbag, I'm borrowing this, just so you know. Oh, okay. Just be sure to give it back. She's not as demanding when she's exhausted. Okay, what can we give her? I guess we don't really have anything we can give her yet. Hey! Hey, you! Wait a sec. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah. His name is Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you! Dang it, he's getting away! Come back! There, he's back. How did she... Hey there, would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo. And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. The Steel Samurai is so cool. I think he's the bomb. Ha! What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid. So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you please tell me, please? I don't know nothing. Looks like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe? Yeah, we're gonna need that thing. So, what can we give to the... She said she wanted to visit, where Hammer died at least one last time. So maybe we can pick up something from there? Question mark? And give it to her? To trade for the hostage? Alright, let's see. What do we got here? They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. Okay. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. Guess that's why his head looks like a helmet. don't know. I guess we just try and trade her something else. What else do we have? We have the monkey's head, I guess. Ooh. She's too busy catching her breath to tell me anything. Okay. Okay, so same thing. I'm not really sure what to do next. Hold on. I'll look up at a guide a sec, just so we don't spend too much time on this. Let's see. Wright, Ace Attorney, episode 3. Day 1 investigation, Day 2 trial, Day 2 investigation, that's what we're on now. Okay. Oh, card key, okay. Hey, that's a card. Studio 1? Right, a card key to Studio 1. I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. Phew. I was his fan. You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag? Studio 1 isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow. Borrow it then? If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to get into Studio 1. Lend her the card key. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Card key lent to Miss Oldbag. Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even. Deal? What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card. That sneaky kid dropped it. I figure it's pretty important to him, though. Thank you. I may have use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about. Right. I'm off. There she goes, hobbling off towards the studio. Alright, so we got the card. So let's head back to the kid and give him the card, and hopefully he will actually tell us what he saw. Because clearly he probably saw something, if he was here that day. Oh, that's right, we gotta present the card to him. There it is. Cody, this look familiar? Hey, my UR! UR? Huh? UR, you know, ultra rare? That card's really hard to get. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. I'll give you this, if you help me. But that's my card! By offering me something I already own, you are in effect eschewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principles of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach these kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever. I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble? If you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on! Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Premium rare? Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? Okay, I'm not sure where to look for this either, so I'm just gonna look at the wiki. It's not really clear where to go. Okay, it says move to the trailer, so let's move to the trailer. And then I'll probably be able to figure it out from there. Oh, hi. Hello. What brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? The, girl with you. Doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before? Nope. She's the same as always. Same as always. Okay. Whatever you say. Have you seen that boy since then? No? You missed it, though. The security lady was chasing around after the boy so fast I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? He was squeezing donuts through her clenched fist back at the guard station. Some people take their jobs a little too seriously. Are all the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes, it's a really terrible loss for the studios. But his popularity had been waning recently, right? That's true. Then again, after what happened... After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No, what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Wait, now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Uh-oh. Why do I get the feeling something's being covered up? Maybe if we present the card to her, we can ask if she has another one. Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait. That's it! That's the card I need! You don't know how long I've been looking for it! I don't care what girl you might think I am. I need that card. Please, I beg you, please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you a ultra rare premium card. Trade me a, huh? Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please. Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everybody getting so excited about? Okay. Really? Thanks. And this is for you. URP card added to the court record. Yahoo! And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Alright. So let's go give the card to the kid. Whoops. Wrong way. One minor gripe I do have with this game is the movement system. I do wish there was a more streamlined way to, like, move between areas. I don't know. Alright. So let's give him the card, so finally he'll actually say something to us. See this card? Yeah, so? Wait, that's it! That's the ultra rare premium card I need! Come on, give it to me, please? You gotta give it to me! Wow, I've never seen him so... eager. Right, okay. How about a trade? You're on! I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot. No, 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 no. Not that kind of trade. I don't want cards. I want information. Huh? You sure? Fine by me. Gave URP card to Cody. Okay, Phoenix. Let's hear what he has to say. If you know something that could help us, we can have him take the stand tomorrow. So, you like the Steel Samurai? He's so cool! I guess. You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions, at his life. I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't ya? Oh me? Yeah, I love the Steel Samurai. So tell me, what's your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is? His fighting skills? Gotta think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah, Wazam! Steel Samurai always wins, always! Check this out, it's my fan album! What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I go to every live performance. Those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public? I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got 'em all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Check it out, my new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai. Paths to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always make another one. Well, then I am happy to accept. Thank you. Paths to Glory, received. What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. Hmm? You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Cody. Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice too. I saw everything. Well, we might get some useful information out of him yet. So what did you see? Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2. I had to come in through the woods out back so the old lady wouldn't see me. I got kinda lost though. I was in there for maybe a half hour or so. Then I finally got back to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used his samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. It happened so fast. I got scared. I went home after that. I see. It must have been hard for you. Man, you say those nice things, but it's obvious that you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure that means that the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So, the only person who left who it could have been is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy in the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal. I heard everything. This boy here is a key witness. And he's under police protection, starting now. Come on, son. You've got a rendezvous with me down at the precinct. No, I ain't going. What? That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa! Come to the trial tomorrow, please. I need you there. Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? I have to. Of course he is. That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court, then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. To be continued. I guess it's a Monday, so people are busy. Although no, I don't know what they could be busy with. Maybe they're just sleeping in. That's quite possible too.
Um, Mr. Wright,
Yes.
why do you look so unhappy?
Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, Klein is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? You have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Just courtroom number 4.
The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Last time I made Edward's voice fairly high, actually, and this time I'm gonna try and tone it down a bit. I'll try and keep the same bite to it, but I'll try and tone down the voice so it's not so squeaky all the time. So it's a bit more dignified, and a less bit, you know, up here and whiny sounding. So I'll try and do that today. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if that producer is going to come out. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude could you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Raphael. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in this trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure.
I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting at the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright. So, I was at the studios from about 9. During the morning I was doing an action scheme run through. It took more time than I thought it would. I heard that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. Pretty sure? What do you mean you're pretty sure? You didn't take a single break?
Well, yeah, not a one.
Sweats. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Phoenix, if his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying.
Right.
Why did it go on so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see?
Oh, right, that's the limp.
Which of course led to me to missing my lunch. Rufus.
ROFS? Rolling on the floor, starving? What exactly did they have for lunch?
T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up.
Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. What were you discussing?
The Steel Samurai story, our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say I'm Mr. Manila. Those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children.
Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting? Do we have something that contradicts that? Oh. Wait, where did I put plus? I thought I put plus on that. I might have. Hold on. Plus is return. Alright. It was overlapping with another key binding. I got it fixed. Alright. Actually, what's in all this? Okay. Powers photo, autopsy report, Mr. Monkey's head. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat?
Yeah, no steaks at least.
Could you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix? Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah, it's odd. Because somebody ate over by the trailer. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila?
What do you mean?
When I went to that trailer, I saw something on the table. There were 2 plates on the table, the same kind of plates in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
Ugh. No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it.
But I did eat, after all. A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean the assistant went through all that trouble.
I brought it to this trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Okay, so now we go to the end and then press him on that. Yeah. You didn't take a single break?
Well, Yeah, not a one.
Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break?
Oops, roll full.
Well,
Mr. Manila, what's all this about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break.
Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please.
Ah, that wasn't great, but whatever. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing.
Yeah, FWIW, we took a break. Raphael. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Steams. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination.
So, yeah, we took a break, but it was only 15 minutes. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Well, we know that.
Eating my T-bone steak. What else?
There were 2 plates on the trailer table.
Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry. D. Vasquez plate.
D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Why is that? Oh, okay. I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast.
Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I have to take my time eating that kind of food. Lol.
Well, Phoenix, that testimony was too short to wring any kind of useful information out of. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Oh, great. Is that all? Do we have anything that can discount, like... Let's see. 230. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do here. Hold on, I'll check. So day 3, trial. Okay. We gotta press him on some things first. What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45.
2:30? That's exactly the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. But I guess it's possible, time-wise. Sticky keys. Gosh dang it. Maybe I should switch that binding. Why is that? Haven't we heard enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer.
You claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1.
Um, no, it's impossible, isn't it? Because the monkey head was in the way, right? Because from here, let me just double check. Can we pull up the thing? No, we can't. I'm pretty sure it's impossible. No, wait, I forgot. Change key binding. So the monkey's head was down between 2:15 and 4, so they couldn't have gone to the Studio 1. So, no, they can't. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agreed that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to Studio 1 in that time. Haha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey Head barred the way. That's too high. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind came and knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over?
Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the signs of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid we would have to find Mr. Powers guilty.
Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness.
Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth?
My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim.
Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear from your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. After this, we will do arts and crafts. And then nap time. My favorite time of the day.
October 19th, 11:04 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. What do we do now, Mia? Everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is.
What's gonna happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, here to children everywhere, after all.
Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. October 19th, 11:15 a.m. District Court in Courtroom Number 4.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on.
Right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do.
Donut crates? Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness?
What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around.
Urgh. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day.
Mr. Ridgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
Witness? Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present. You were at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day.
What? Pops, you want me to tell you and Gramps with that beard over there?
Just... Mr. Edgeworth will be fine.
I prefer bearded gentlemen myself.
A very, very, very long day.
Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. He wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission, if that's possible.
Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record.
Cody's camera added to the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident.
Witness account.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day.
I went through the woods, off the path, so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera on me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. And be gentle. Remember, you are talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Yeah, it's fairly true, probably. Anyway. So, he didn't? Hey, Cham. Hey, Chime. Yeah, fanboys in court. We got through the sweaty boy, the guy who writes the scripts and stuff. And through his testimony, it was proved that nobody in the trailer that day could have gotten there. So. Okay, so right now the fanboy's telling us what he saw. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out, and he went home. Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. So... off the path. Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow. Hey Chime, while you're here, I was gonna ask people to start a stream, but nobody unfortunately has really showed up. So I need your feedback on something. Is this too much? I'm working on the Fossil Fighters layout right now, and I'm wondering if this color is too much. It's the color from the front of, yeah, it's the color from the front of the box. Yeah, you're right. It's a bit bright. I'll try and like find a darker shade of it or something, like a more orangish one. I guess there's multiple shades of it on the box, so I'll try and find a darker shade. Yeah. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Okay. Too bright. Okay. I got kind of lost. Okay, for about 30 minutes. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? Gosh dang it. I have the press and present keys bound to shift, and now I'm regretting my decision because sticky keys will sometimes pop up. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kinda tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kinda far away. Huh, he's being awfully vague. What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move, not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. Hold on, okay, so, I think, didn't he just say that he always has his camera on him? So he went there to get a picture of everything, but he didn't bring his... Oh no. Yeah, that was the wrong one. He said, though, that he always has his camera on him. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much?
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about?
It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's a new sort of, kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that?
I see.
Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that?
So, you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules.
Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Alright, so... So, you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No. Okay, tell us what exactly happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Okay, so... So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? What did you do after the bad guy fell, Cody? Actually, the fight was so intense I got kinda scared. So I went straight home. Something isn't adding up here. Something about his account doesn't seem right. Phoenix, it doesn't seem right because he's being deliberately vague. Press him on the facts, Phoenix. Find out what he saw. So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah! What sort of person was this bad guy? Oh, we already saw this. So we didn't... This is the only thing we haven't pressed him on yet, so let's press him on this and then see what we gotta do. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? What? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Press him on this. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know, as well as I do, that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of a murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright? How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out.
Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of this fight?
He couldn't watch it. Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? Okay, no, that isn't it. Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight, like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. Huh.
I have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation? We have ascertained. Okay.
Your Honor, I have evidence.
Evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why did Cody look away from the fight?
That's easy. I think this is it. Nope, it's not. He was messing with the camera. He doesn't know how to use it well yet. Gotcha, that's it. Okay. Here's my proof.
What's that? The camera?
The witness stated that he recently received this camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation.
I'm aware of that too.
Ah! Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at this critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there's no way he could just stand there, watching his hero, and not take a picture. Right, Cody. There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix, I bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Ian means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more.
Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid. I'm out of water, but I prepared ahead of time today. I had a cup of water, and I had a tumbler of water. No photo. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yup.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure. But I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Yeah, there is. This one's pretty obvious, actually. So if we look at the... So, okay. If we look at the camera, I don't believe there's a lens cap on it. Yeah, there's no lens cap. There's no lens cap on this. Oh, shoot. Never mind. Yeah, I guess this is why you should always press before you try and present evidence. Okay. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground, and the Steel Samurai. That's all? Yeah, I told you. I didn't take a picture. I would have, once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? I doubt that. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody.
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai, victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Okay. I think... I doubt that. Yep. Cody? What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Whazam! I got 'em all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah!
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album?
It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day.
Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way! Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! No! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses anyone. Ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. The truth. You can't handle the truth, Cody Hackins.
Order! I will have order! Witness, I mean, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently, we have all made a serious error. Ah, an error? What is this all about? Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Excuse me.
Order! 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 So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim? Mr. Jack Hammer?
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury.
But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to the Studio 1 already?
That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He had already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume.
But why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know.
I get it.
Huh? I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. I thought the Steel Samurai was moving strange. It was a different person inside the suit. Pops? Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was a piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, photo on my digital camera. Huh? What? Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
No!
Here, this is it.
Well, looking at it, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry. This doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly. I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Okay, so the inconsistency. Isn't that... So... Oh yeah, the number 2, right there. Because, wait, can we open... Okay, I think it's that. I think it's here. We seem to be... Okay, no. Maybe it's... They want the 2 at the top there? Or maybe it's the spear that was supposed to get fixed. I think it's the 2. Yeah, okay. Your Honor, look at this. I see
a gate?
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see it, but it looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But... That's impossible!
Hmm? What's all this about? Please explain it to me so I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use the studio guide map. Yep, they found the body in Studio 1. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. It should be somewhere... should be somewhere right about here. It was here!
What does that have to do with the number on the gate in the photograph?
Well, sorry, Your Honor, I guess, okay. Think it through before you, okay, yeah. Once again, where's the scene of the crime? So if it was... Yeah, it should be somewhere along here. But maybe if we say just Studio 2. Here, at Studio 2. There we go.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there. You know, filming is done there. The path was blocked. As you may recall, there was a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Sal Manella and D. Vasquez were outside, eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked.
So we have heard.
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes. Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2.
Order! Order!
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I have proof. I have proof. You do?
You do, Mr. Wright?
Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. We do, actually. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. The empty bottle. It was sleeping pills. He put, the victim, or the defendant, to sleep so he could steal the costume. This is it.
An empty medicine bottle.
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills?
The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle.
An idea? Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle.
I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle.
Empty bottle given to the judge.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai, seen by Ms. Oldbag, may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Your homework is to find the answering to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him? And why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
That's a lot of homework.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Hmm?
You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers.
As you say, Your Honor.
This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Phew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair. But that's all. But that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too.
Really? You both seem so confident.
Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too.
Dead?
Of course, we're kidding.
Are you sure?
I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial.
Right. Thanks.
To be continued. Almost done with this case. We've got one more day of investigating and then one more bit of like actual trial. That was a close one. Huh, Mia. Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. All I need is a motive. And proof. Wow! Good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under the system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Let's go talk to our defendant. We haven't talked to him in a while.
Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. You could stop looking so vulnerable, too. Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count.
Yes. Though, there's not really anything I can do to help.
I'm not really sure what I could do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer. She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
Genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why is that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios one was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and...
And? What?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows his name, Sal Manella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, yes, oh hi, and all that.
I can imagine being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
You just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Mr. Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago? Oh, Miss Old Bag. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station, if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer? Oh, the studio bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? He's a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. Sal Manila, yep. Mr. Sal Manila. Oh boy. About Mr. Hammer.
Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You dragged his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh, she's really, peeved this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My old Hammer would never do such a thing.
Well, yeah, we're talking to a lady whose name is literally Old Bag. Phoenix Wright games like to be really on the nose about the name of their characters. They're more like caricatures of like actual characters than real characters themselves. Like they're the most stereotypical versions of what you would expect, honestly, for the most part. There's some depth to like the main characters, like Edgeworth, and all of that, but a lot of them are just stereotypes, like all the side characters.
Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
Alright. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director? Or the producer? Actually, oh, I was gonna head back to the employee area, but I guess we'll go here first. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? H-E-L-L-O. Hi. H-E... Oh, now she actually spelled it out. H-E-L-L-O. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fae blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Also, I think Fae is just a play on a different spelling for the word fey, which means fairy. I have a heavy suspicion with how on the nose the games like to be that it has something to do with that. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Is there anybody in the trailer? Yes, there is. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Huh. Maybe take a look around. Probably nothing. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. Alright, let's go check out the employee area. Hey, some more people showed up. Good to have you. I guess they're not filming today, either. I did want to see them filming, just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. Wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
No, no, no! No touching!
Eek!
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me.
Dramatique, indeed.
Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table.
Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
I haven't talked to Gumshoe in a while, actually. So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills. See? If there's traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
No. Everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color alright.
So there was sleeping pills on the plate.
Looks like it.
Stake plate added to the court record. How goes your investigation?
To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. Some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
Hey, Firewatch. How's your internet today? How's Edgeworth doing, anyway?
Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Whoa.
Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I've got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jackhammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yup, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. Alright, let's go into the dressing room. Oh, hello. What are you doing in here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! I was wondering if I could ask you, Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumors must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? What do you mean, The Last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! No! Also, I heard that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kid shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty spot on to real life. Like, if anything like this were to actually happen, you can bet for sure that whatever studio would do its best to sweep it under the rug, possibly change their name, you know, change their programming, never talk about that show again, just not to bring it up, you know. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Oh, probably this. And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what is it that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Oh, I'm sure she'll talk. She'll talk and talk and talk. Especially if it's about, poor Mr. Hammer.
you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me?
The old windbag sure doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer.
Who do they think make Global Studios what it is today?
Hammer. It's all due to Hammer.
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. What happened 5 years ago? I wanted to ask you about what 5 years ago.
Who told? Who did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nicholas.
Nichols? Nicholas, Nick. Penny Nicholas. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during the filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that! And the recently departed, no less! I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume! You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I have proof. Sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof.
What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills, with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had sleepless nights. What's your proof that he'll use those pills on Powers?
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes. So?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag?
You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag?
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this.
Huh? A photograph? Wait a sec. And that is the, if you go back and look at Studio 2, there was a single one of those prongs that was bent out of shape. That was the one. Wait a second.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs. There. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. Yeah. Okay, so where do we go from here? I'm not sure where we go from here. Clearly, now that we have this picture, maybe we ask the lady about it. If anything's gonna get her talk, it should be the event 5 years ago, yeah? So let's head over outside Studio 1, and then let's head over back towards the trailer and see if she'll react at all to this old picture. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old?
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right. Anyway, Miss Basket, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. The... Huh? It's gone stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more. Inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Alright, let's head inside the trailer. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But, you were the cause! You pressured him! And to think he was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? Huh. No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard. You believe me? But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could make a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys? Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? Trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No!
Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me. Now.
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow, then. In court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you! I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry. It's just, I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Did Gumshoe just save us from the Mafia? I think Gumshoe just saved us from the Mafia. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? T. Vasquez. To be continued. October 20th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 4.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final trial of this trial. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people to present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well.
Edward seems a bit on edge today.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Edgeworth has been having a lot of trouble with his witnesses recently. He can't seem to get a handle on any of them. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. She's guilty. I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I think she's wearing a dress, not pants. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. Yeah, I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the morning. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court record.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. I entered the trailer. Okay, so... And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else? One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak... Well, Nick, find anything? I kinda wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4. Then the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the studio too, Van. Oh, right. Well, Nick, find anything? No, not really. Other than the ones at the... So there was the plates at the, like, employee area, one of which was laced with sleeping powders. Powder. And then there was the ones over by the trailer, which were from her, apparently, and salmonella. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Steak plate. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk about a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Hold on, I need to take a big gulp of water. La 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 la. Okay. Okay, so we pressed on that, we pressed on that, we pressed on that, we pressed on that. And when exactly was that? Oh, we already saw this. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop at the at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Okay. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate the T-bone steaks in front of the trailer. I feel like I can probably figure out some way to discount that. I feel like that's gotta be wrong somehow, right? Oh, okay. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak? But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee room. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone. There you go, Chime. That's what was suspicious. I think I don't know how. You ate a boneless steak. You ate the bone too. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. Yeah.
I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order! Oh, are you saying...
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright! Isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly have used a heavy spear as that weapon? You couldn't, could you? I think you would have had a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What?
What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Is it this? No. I would think it was the samurai spear itself, right? Like, it broke. Like, how are you supposed to use a broken weapon? I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. But, that is the murder weapon! Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning's action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now, tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this? Through the chest?
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to
Kill Mr. Hammer? I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your competence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see the murder weapon then.
Look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright!
I have a feeling it's the same way somebody died all that time ago. Yep.
What is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? No, Norton Knifelock, I don't need to extend my subscription. Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? Whoa, what? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Ah.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he had caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you said. Yet, the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? Maybe. How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
I bet she could move it. She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
Well, that's pretty obvious. She told us about it herself. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Vroom, vroom. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. Used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. That's why there wasn't a lot of blood at the crime scene, even though he got pierced through the chest. Well, into the chest. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Don't, me? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so, was it you? You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I'm murdered Hammer. Right, but that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Mm, of course. It's as the witness says. Certainly. It does seem very likely she did it. But, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now? Testify again, Vasquez. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said there all is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Dang! Come so far only to fail.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
I see. Very well.
Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again.
You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness.
I just want to hear your testimony again.
Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I, too, see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about?
Well, yes, indeed. Verily, I say, ergo, I want her to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth...
Who knows? He probably realized she did it, too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that,
Edgeworth.
Seems like Edgeworth is still concerned with who actually did it more than, getting a guilty verdict. Or at least, Phoenix seems to be rubbing off on him a little bit. Edgeworth has a kind of arc that he follows over the 3 main games where he gets a bit better. He's still the same person, but he gets a bit better.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there, too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. After finding the body. Okay. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says.
Did no one call him? Remember what?
There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm.
You
certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers.
Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue.
What was everyone else doing at the time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silent. Hey, Nick. Why's everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Sticky keys. Hold back, the security lady. Why did the security lady think that Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot writing on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. The script in your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess.
Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez, she said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. I'm surprised Phoenix didn't pick up on that.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth? What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement. However, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director? You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now would have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Okay, so clearly it's the last bit. We have to somehow... Okay, yeah. Shoot. Okay, I knew Hammers was injured and couldn't do any action scene, so I left them behind. So there's got to be something that contradicts that statement. Is it the head? Is it the monkey's head? Because he couldn't have gone over there? Because they were all stuck, right? By her own testimony, they would have all been stuck there, so he would have had no way of knowing. In fact, even by his own testimony earlier, I believe he said he didn't go over there. No, music's still going. So there's got to be something else that we can present that proves that she's lying. Power's photo, guide map, sleeping pills maybe? Nope. Nope. We still haven't used the sleeping pills or the plate though either. Okay, let's press her on that bit again. Okay. So, she knew about the injury because Sal, he told me. Sal director. Oops. Scroll through too fast. Okay, so... limp? No. Oh, wait! Is it Power's photo, maybe? Because if she had known about the limp, then she would have known to tell him to limp. Shoot. Ah, shoot. I really have to use the bathroom, but I want to wait until we finish this case. Okay. There it is. Yep. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Ah, that's what it was. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Huh.
Order! Order! I will have order!
Witness! Witness! Can you refute this claim? Hmm. Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on this matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Well, we have to. Okay? I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to the reason Miss Vasquez murdered her. This, I guess? This is my proof.
This is the photo from before.
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, hey Coyle, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. We're just finishing up, Turnabout Samurai. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed G. Vasquez and not the other way around. What motive could Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain what Miss Vasquez's motive for the murder.
Okay. Allow me to present to the court evidence of Miss Vasquez's murder. What would that be? Maybe Path to Glory? I'm not sure. We have 3 chances still, so... This is my proof.
And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer?
I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles.
Mr. Wright, court requests that you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of the court's time.
Nick, we're so close. I think the reason why she killed him was probably because, well, maybe she didn't have a motive, actually. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe they were arguing about something? And she pushed him off accidentally? That's possible. The motive has been stated already. Well, the motive... We know why Hammer was there, but we don't know why... Oh. He wasn't useful. He wasn't a good source of income anymore. We're talking about her motive. But I don't know how I would prove that they were losing money on it. Maybe the 5-year-old photo again? I'll try presenting that, and then we still have one more try with something else. This is my proof. Okay, that was it.
And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer?
Oh. Nope. Man, I really gotta use the bathroom, but I gotta finish this first. Okay. I could look it up a minute. Hold on, let me save state here a minute. Don't ask why she wanted to, ask why she needed to. Probably because he was going to leave, maybe? Or he was going to try and get out under her thumb. But then wouldn't the picture be the proof? Oh, wait. I know why. Is it because he came to try and kill her? To get rid of her so he wouldn't be under her thumb anymore? And that's why he pretended to be somebody else. So it'd be pinned on the other guy. Yup. Okay, so how do I prove that? Oh no, wait, she had no motive. No motive. Yep, okay. Oh shoot, I can't get out of this. Yeah, okay. Load the save state. Yep, she has no motive. She was just defending herself. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs. In self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor? Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die. Please. Oh, she liked that guy. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again.
Mr. Edgeworth. Where's Dee Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
It appears you have brought yet another miracle.
I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned.
October 20, 1:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yeah, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me, why, Mr. Wright?
Huh?
Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Oh, this. It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show. And as the villain to boot, the kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP!
Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Huh? Is something wrong?
No! Of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No. I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better if we had not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes. Unease. And uncertainty. Aren't those things kind of necessary? They're only served to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you.
Mr. Wright? Is this guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick! Tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closes on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. Pink Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy the trading cards too, okay? You have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, fine. I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? What? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think that the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Especially if he's playing the Pink Princess. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, Well, I guess it's just a suit, and if he never talks, then it's not a problem, right? Okay, I think I'm gonna end up calling the stream here. And then we will get into the next one, which is called Turnabout Goodbyes. So this is the last main case of this game, I believe. And then there's also episode 5, which is DLC, which I think they added for the Wii version. I have a feeling it's like a one that they didn't translate for the DS version, like the original, and then they translated it for this. Uh, it's just a naming convention. Episode 5 is so good. Yeah, we'll definitely get to it. If I have the DLC set up right, hopefully. But we'll get to the 4th episode tomorrow. I think that's the DL6 one, right? Yeah. So the next one will be concerning DL6, which is something that gets brought up and is like a major plot point in the whole overarching story. So, um, actually, before we go, I need your guys' opinion on something. Yeah. So, is this too bright? I'm working on the Fossil Fighters background. And I think this is too bright. I'm just looking for some feedback here. Yeah. Yeah, too bright. Yeah, I took it from the box art, that color. So I'll try and like tone it down a bit. So, yeah. Okay. Thanks for the feedback. That's all I just wanted to know. All right. I hope you guys have yeah. Thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for watching Chime and Coil and Firewatch. Yeah, we'll get into Turnabout Goodbyes tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good evening, afternoon, or whatever. Yeah.